Hello there and welcome to the video diary for Lexical Lab Summer School 2018 Day 24. We're on the final week this week of our 6-week summer school, and both Andrew and I have been working on the English Boost course, which is an advanced level course, really sort of helping students who already speak very good English to particularly develop their spoken language and to get better at listening. And one of the interesting things for me about teaching on the course is the fact that even though a lot of these students speak really good English, they've got a very solid grasp of grammar, they know a wide range of vocabulary, often the things that they struggle with are things that might seem like simple little things. One of the jokes that's developed in the class is if you're not sure of what the answer is, it's often get, because so many of the missing words in things that we put up on the board are actually get. Yesterday we were talking about film and TV, and one of the interesting things when you're doing these kind of classes is how much of the language that students try to express themselves is actually fairly fixed. Just simple little things like questions we often ask about films. So we ask things like, who's in it? Who's it by? When did it come out? And even students at sort of upper intermediate or advanced level, one minute, let me just shut the door there. Even students at upper intermediate or advanced level who can express these kinds of concepts in a way which is intelligible. So they can say things like, which actors are in the film, or what is the name of the man who directed it, or what is the name of the person who directed the film, or when was the film made available to the public? When was the film first seen? They can express these ideas, but they don't know the most typical, most normal kind of shortcut ways of answering these things, of asking these things. In the same way, when you think about all of these questions, there are often relatively fixed ways of answering them. So, who's in it? Well, it stars Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks. It stars 2 Estonian actors. You won't know them. It stars a famous Georgian actor. I'm pretty sure you won't have heard of him. And then when you're actually describing films themselves and recommending films, there's all kinds of fixed language. So there's things like, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be. It didn't live up to all the hype. It didn't live up to my expectations. You should check it out. It's well worth seeing. It's based on a true story. It's set in Georgia. It's set in the 1920s. It was a really groundbreaking film. It paved the way for a lot of what came next. It was very ahead of its time. It's really gripping. I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. And I think actually a lot of what students at this level really need is more exposure to those kind of just standard ways of saying things. We often think about language as being this infinitely creative, malleable kind of object, and it obviously is. But we sometimes forget in our pursuit of creativity the fact that even though many things are possible, not that many things are actually probable. And I think a lot of teaching, even at high levels, is still about the art of the probable. I'm going to stop there. As you can probably hear, there's some rather manic hoovering going on outside my room. We'll be back at the end of the week with a couple of extra videos just about talking to some of the students about their experience of the classes and what they've learned. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going off out to enjoy the last of the heat wave that we've been experiencing here in London.